What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the AFK Hour podcast. I am your host, jlucio, and today we have the very broken NABjr,
Yo, yo, yo.
and we have the very lovely StevieRay.
Hello.
Well, let's just jump into it. We're gonna go straight into the news. So last week we were talking about with Big Boy Eddie and Snakerbot that Microsoft announced that they're taking over Blizzard and Activision for $69 billion. And we got to hear a piece of their, like, what they thought, their opinions. But I wanted to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this huge acquisition of, like, these two major companies?
I mean, it feels like Microsoft is just buying everybody. And I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. One, because I don't know what's left that Microsoft needs to buy. So in some ways, they're becoming a monopoly. But with the Game Pass, I mean, I think for gamers, it's a good thing, depending how they end up releasing everything in the New Year's. Like, if Call of Duty is going to be part of Game Pass, and like all these other games are going to be part of Game Pass, then you don't have to buy them anymore. Like, I mean, I really wonder what it will actually also mean for the companies themselves, because at that point, like, is there really a point in having like rotating companies making all these games, the same game over and over again? I don't know. Like, because at that point you're putting it under one thing and it doesn't make it, I don't know, depending how you see it, I don't know if it makes as much money or not. But it's pretty crazy that they, I mean, got this deal in, and I mean, what they were saying, which we'll talk about a bit more later, but it's, I don't know, I wonder if like the PlayStation people are scared about this or not. I don't know. As a fellow Xbox Ultimate person, I don't care. This is good news for me. Give me more games. I like it. But I mean, it's also really good for Blizzard, right? Because they're going through so much negative crap. So this should be helpful for them. I just wonder, because I mean, I have friends that work at Microsoft and they like it, but I don't know how the work culture will be like in terms of gaming, the gaming units. I wonder if it's better or worse or the same. And I wonder if there's going to be any changes in terms of that. Just because that's pretty much been the biggest thing, is like how Blizzard employees are treated in terms of Blizzard, anyways.
Yeah.
But imagine like WoW goes to Game Pass. No.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably like something that they can do very easily. It's like, oh, like you have Game Pass Ultimate, you get your WoW subscription for free. You know, like you don't have to pay separate. I think that makes sense to me. Like because this whole thing, like everything that they've done with Bethesda, with Activision, it's all to get subscribers of Game Pass. Like you need to get those subscriber numbers up to make it worth it. And like yeah, it's what they're doing. And like I've heard this talked about many different ways. It's because it's like okay, like at what point do we stop, right? Like, oh, because like when does this become the Netflix of games, you know, where it's like okay, everything's on Netflix, and then I don't know what happens, you know, because right now it's like they have all these exclusive games, exclusivity, you know. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm really excited for all of the studios to like being able to produce games. I want to see them produce new games. I want to see them produce like cool games. Like those Call of Duty people, man. Some of them could be doing some other stuff. And like this also opens the door for other franchises. So like more Crash Bandicoot games, maybe more Spyro games, more Tony Hawk games, which would be really cool.
Rock Band.
Yeah, Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero. My bad.
Yeah, not Harmonix. Harmonix, but they did get the Guitar Hero name, so that'd be awesome. Bring Guitar Hero to Game Pass. That'd be fucking amazing. Thinking about it. But just like think about it, Raven, Sledgehammer, all of those like powerhouse like Call of Duty devs, right? But yeah, like I think Game Pass is gonna become like what Disney Plus is, like exactly like Disney Plus. You know, like they're gonna show like it's gonna be like Activision and like Bethesda. Like you're gonna have like your categories or whatever, like your like where everything falls in, and then they're gonna have like Microsoft or whatever. You know, like you'll have like your little mix, and you're gonna have things come and go. But yeah, like it's gonna be pretty cool. As far as like the relationship with Sony, they've already said that they're gonna honor their existing contracts. So whatever existing contract that Sony had with Activision, that they're gonna honor that. After that, though, I
Yeah,
don't think.
that's what I want to know.
I don't.
After.
I mean, I think Warzone stays. I think Warzone stays as a free to play thing. Like if you want if you want your the core Call of Duty experience, you're gonna go to Microsoft. You're gonna go to Game Pass. But if you don't just want to play Warzone, then you play Warzone on PlayStation. Like that, I think that's gonna be the thing. Because it's the same thing with like what they did with like Minecraft. You know, like I mean, like you still play Minecraft everywhere, right? But like what is it, the Minecraft dungeons? I don't think you can play that everywhere. So I think it's just gonna be more of that.
Do you think they're gonna completely pull out of PlayStation, like the games that are not necessarily everybody? So like Warzone right now is free for everybody, right? But like essentially it'll just be exclusives for Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean their pullout game's pretty strong. Sorry, I just had to. But no, I don't think they're not gonna break any deals because like lawyers, like any contracts, any deals that are there, they're gonna keep them because it's just too much litigation. They probably lose too much money, and then who knows? You know, maybe they'll get the financials back, and maybe they'll say like, you know what, like keeping it non-exclusive is fine. You know, we don't need to do that. And then it's only good for Microsoft, right? Like
That's why.
if financially like they're saying okay, this is fine because they're saying oh, good guy Microsoft, you know, like they're doing good by the community, you know.
Yeah, because like I mean, if you think about it, it's like a win-win for Microsoft. Like they don't need to like make it exclusive because all they need to do is like, hey boys, you guys are part of our family now. You're part of Game Pass, okay? Anybody that wants to play your games, Game Pass. You guys want to buy it over there? You guys can buy it separately. Buy it separately, okay?
Yeah. No, my dream is that Game Pass comes to PlayStation. That's my dream, and it's a very selfish dream, but I just don't see myself ever owning an Xbox Series X. Like I love the PS5 because of the PlayStation exclusive, and I have my PC. So like if it's really that important to me, I'll play it on my PC. But it would be cool to play like certain single player games on a PlayStation. But yeah, I mean we'll see how it goes.
So you mentioned that you want to see new games from these companies, right? From these developers. When you say new games, do you mean like new IPs or revisiting old IPs and revamping them, like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot?
Could be both, you know. I mean, I would really love to see like we don't have new IPs anymore. Everything's all just rehashed shit. Well, like a lot of so think about like the last couple new games we really got. We got like Ghost of Tsushima. We got what was it? Sekiro. We got like there hasn't been very many. Like a lot of them are either like sequels to existing franchises or like they're indie games or not AAA games, but yeah, there's very few AAA brand new IPs. The only one I can think of that's coming up, I mean, we got Elden Ring, right? That's coming up soon.
Fable.
I mean, yeah, we got Fable, but I mean that's like a
That's
sequel.
Fable
And
2, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
there's that Forsaken game where like it's the isekai game where she gets dropped into another world. Um, but yeah, very few just new IPs, and so hopefully they start thinking about that. I think that they will because I think, but then again, it's like you buy Activision and you get all their assets, right? So you're gonna get access to all those games that had been tucked away for a long time, you know. But we'll see. I'm very hopeful. I think this is only good news. Like if people say, "Oh, it's a monopoly," whatever. Whatever. You know, like I mean, are you gonna play their games? Probably. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna stick it to the man. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So with this whole new deal with Microsoft acquisition for Blizzard and Activision, I was really happy because like not it doesn't necessarily like it's not a new clean slate for Blizzard, but it does remove a lot of negative stigma that was around the company about the work culture and the work environment and stuff like that. I know they have so many lawsuits, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the major reasons why they took the deal, because they're smothered with lawsuits and stuff like that. They need to pay off the bills, you know. But yeah, like now that with this recent acquisition, I feel like more people are inclined to go back to the games that they love, because I know like during the end of 2021, a lot of people were purging their accounts because they don't want to be part of Blizzard anymore. You don't want to show support. So people from Overwatch would stop playing, like pros, and also World of Warcraft pros would stop playing, and I don't know, just everything. Like, and like as a person that I'm not like, I wouldn't consider myself a fanboy of Blizzard, but I play a shit ton of Blizzard games, you know. And one of my favorite games of all time is Overwatch, you know. And
Just like
yeah,
you don't consider yourself a fan of Riot.
I fucking hate Riot. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. You're gonna fucking make me.
Microsoft plays Riot? No.
Riot,
Oh shit, bro! Oh shit! No way.
Riot loves your wallet. But yeah, I agree 100%. Like so, and I was just thinking about this too. So like I mean, we talked about this. I mean, go back a ways back, but we talked about this on the podcast when we talked about Activision and Destiny and Bungie, and how when Bungie broke away from Activision, they started being able to make the games that they want to make, which is like not tied down to being a money generating machine. And so I feel like now that they're under this Microsoft umbrella, Blizzard and all of these companies are going to start being able to make, they're still going to make games that make money, right? But they're going to make these games that they're going to have time to develop these games. Like they're going to, like you have Microsoft has all these studios, right? Like and we talked about like games coming up right now, they have nothing coming up. Microsoft has absolutely like zero IP coming up right now. But then like a year's time, it's gonna be bam, game. All of the like E3 this year is probably gonna be one of the biggest E3s for Microsoft. They're gonna all of those studios that they acquired, they're just gonna fucking announce game after game after game, and it's gonna be ridiculous. And it's all gonna come day one on Game Pass, and they're gonna have a big party.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say too, E3 also lines up right when the acquisition is supposed to close. It's like right around that June time frame. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be real cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think next year would probably be the year that it, at least in my opinion, that because if the acquisition finishes this like during that time, then everything's probably gonna stay with the same track until next year when they try to implement things, I think. But I think like I said, I think getting all these people that make Call of Duty, like they're just making the same game. Like if they just make something like Warzone and then you just keep appending to it, refactor, adapt, and you don't have to like pretty much make a new game every single time. You just get a new DLC, you add it in. You have this other team make some other amazing like FPS game. I don't know. I mean, maybe not an FPS, but because I can't think of new ideas to add to FPS at this point. But
they own the FPS now. They own Halo and Call of Duty. What fucking other FPS do they got, right? Like, oh man.
So like it's interesting because after we previously talked about this privately, but they stated that they're going to be releasing the next 3 Call of Duties available for all the consoles. But after that, since you said that they're honoring their previous contracts, it's going to be Xbox exclusive. So I wonder how is that what?
Well, they haven't stated whether it's going to be or not.
But they're alluding to the fact
they're going to, at least for the next 3 Call of Duty games will be available for everything. Mm-hmm. But they didn't say whether the next ones will or will not. It could make the possibility of them not being, or it could be the possibility that we're saying like they go to the Game Pass for free, or not free, but it's part of Game Pass, and then they still sell it. Because like I said, in my opinion, I think Microsoft should just keep selling it. Like, you're making money from Game Pass, you're making money from Sony, you're making money from Nintendo, right? That they have a Nintendo too, right? And people play Call of Duty Nintendo.
Yeah, I
No, I
mean,
don't think so.
no, they do. They do. Like I know Modern Warfare 2 was on Nintendo on the Switch.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I think that one comes out in all platforms, so like, it just gives them more money, like in my opinion. But I mean, we don't really know like if they really just have they said anything for Bethesda if they were gonna make them exclusive after? Have
Oh,
they
yeah.
said anything
No,
about that?
no, they are. I mean, the only ones that like aren't gonna be exclusive are like those long running
Just
games,
pending contracts?
like Elder Scrolls Online, stuff like that. But any new game, any new IP, exclusive. Like it's just straight
Oh,
Microsoft. Yeah. So like yeah, all
okay.
those
Well,
all
if
those
they
new
did that
games.
play with them, then they're gonna do the same play with everybody else, probably.
Okay. There. I guess there's audio technical difficulties. Can you speak, Stevie?
Hello.
Okay. I believe I fixed it. So like after this acquisition, do you think Microsoft is going to begin dissolving all these because for Call of Duty they have so many different developers? Do you think they're going to start dissolving all these developers to make it one concise game, or is it going to be like every year is still Call of Duty year after year?
Um,
No, I
I
think it's still gonna
think
be after year. But we'll see. I don't know.
I think like for the next year or two, they're gonna stay the same. But my hope is that they change and evolve to something else. Because I think if they put them inside the pretty much, inside this family, like, I mean, you still need to produce good games, but I think the way you make money is different. And that's why, so like, I think with Game Pass, it's not, I mean, you pay per month, right? So it's not like you make this game that takes 20 years to make. I don't know how many, it takes like 5 or 6 years, right? Or some shit like that. To make these fucking Call of Duty games. You could theoretically make smaller like games that are still AAA and still rake the same money. I mean, like Netflix, right? Netflix, what was it, last year or this year? Then I think it was last year, right? When they produced like pretty much something new every month or some shit, right? That's essentially what Microsoft's gonna have to do. Like after you get into this business of like you get the numbers up, subscription numbers up, everybody's paying for this per month. So now you need to keep them entertained and keep them in. In order to do that, you need to release new games every month. So I mean, you have all these indie games, indie studios they bought as well, right? And the AAA games. Um, Whether they plan it out so that indie games come out like every X and then like the big games come out in the middle, or they just go ahead and be like, okay, you still work in Call of Duty, but you work on some new shit, okay? Work with this other guy, he's good. Or I don't really know, because I know that I think somebody told me that technically they're still staying separate, like a separate entity. I thought for the companies themselves.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, and so one thing that Microsoft was doing, I know especially when they first launched Game Pass, a lot of like indie games and smaller dev games, not necessarily owned by Microsoft, but they were getting those games onto Game Pass. I know like Celeste was on Game Pass, For the King was on Game Pass, like a bunch of like those little smaller games, like $10, $20 games that like maybe somebody isn't gonna buy right away. Those were showing up on Game Pass, which were really good. But with all the purchase of these AAA studios, that doesn't necessarily encourage some of those smaller indie devs to want their games on Game Pass anymore. And so what happens to them is what I wonder. So I guess we'll see. Because I think they're gonna feel like, oh, like nobody's gonna want to play our games on here when you got all these fucking big Call of Duty and all this bullshit, you know? Like I feel like it's just gonna be only Microsoft games at one point in time. Like I don't think they'll even have that much variety, which is gonna suck. Like I don't know. I don't know how those deals are gonna shake out. It's gonna be so tough. I mean, maybe you just do the deal because the platform, like maybe the platform is so popular that you feel like you have to do the deal to get on there. It's like, well, we have to get on there because everything's on there, you know, like kind of like Spotify almost. Like, oh, like, well, we have to stream our music on Spotify, even though we probably don't make as much money selling CDs, but everybody's on there, you know. So I don't know.
So yeah. So I remember back in 2020 for E3, everyone was shitting on Microsoft because their conference was pretty bad. 'Cause they didn't really have any exclusive, nothing. But that's when I told you guys, I was like, guys, it's not about the games that's being released. Look at everything's being released on Game Pass. Like that's when I realized like their fucking strategy, their marketing strategy was different, completely different than Sony, because they're mainly focusing on exclusive, which at that time they're doing Spider-Man, and I don't know, that's the main thing that was going on back then. But
That's all you remember.
yeah, that's all I remember. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess Left 4 Dead, or not Left 4 Dead, but the one with
zombie
Ellie,
one?
yeah, the zombie one.
I don't remember
The
the
Last
name.
of
I
Us,
don't know.
The Last of Us
yeah.
2, yeah. So like now that they have this, like it recently was announced that 25 mil, they passed the 25 million subscriber mark for Game Pass, and that's a huge mile mark, even before the huge acquisition of Blizzard and Activision. So that's huge, in my opinion. Just only time could tell, or time will tell, like what the numbers will be this time next year, or when the actual games are going to be exclusive. You know, if they're
Yeah,
going to be
the one
exclusive.
thing I'm reading or hearing, sorry, is that for some people, I mean, this is just something they need to fix, right? But for some people, Game Pass, like in PC, actually ends up like messing up some hard drives because their software is somehow creating like some like folders that don't get deleted when games get deleted, and it's causing like random issues with some individuals. I mean, I haven't had that issue, but apparently I was being told that that's something that some users have troubles with and get annoyed at the Game Pass and using the games there for that. I mean, I haven't run into any issues, but also it's really hard to know because apparently it's really hard to find out if the file stayed inside there because
Yeah, I mean, you would think. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that like if Microsoft really wants like Game Pass to take off, especially on PC, they need to redo that whole client. That client is ass, and like party chat on that client is terrible. Like is everything about it is bad. You know, it's no Steam. I'll tell you that much. Like,
Yeah.
and even so, like it's funny. Like if I can get, even if a game is on Microsoft, if I can get it on Steam, I'm gonna fucking get it on Steam. Just because,
like Halo.
just because I do not want to get that client. Yeah, exactly, like Halo. Yeah, I do not want to. Or it's not that I don't want to get the client. I don't want to like open games on that client.
Yeah. So now that they have all these acquisitions, like, do you think the best step is to rebuild their launcher?
I mean, that's what we say, but like, let's be real with fucking companies. I'm gonna tell you, bro. We always say we're gonna fucking rebuild this shit, and not until like the fucking software is dying or some shit. Not until then, maybe like 4 or 5 years after, we actually start looking like, hey guys, you know, maybe we should rebuild it now. It's like the stupidest shit. We start building all this tech debt, it just gets ridiculous, out of hand, and you're just putting like bandages on this fucking like breaking down house the whole time until they finally are like, okay guys, everybody hates it a lot. We should rebuild it now. Like,
I mean, when you think about it, they just launched like Windows 11, so I mean, everything that they do, I feel like any updates that they make, it's gonna be timed with Windows stuff because they're Microsoft. You know, like they have to time their shit with their operating system. You can push stuff to Xbox whenever, but when you have to deal with Microsoft plus like a games launcher, like those two aren't separated. Xbox on PC and Microsoft aren't separated. They're the same thing. So I don't know. It's tough, and like yeah, you could redo the whole launcher if you want, but right now it's coupled into the damn Windows Store. You know, like they have a Xbox app, but it's like it still feels like the fucking Windows Store. It's not the same. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm not hopeful.
yeah, I was actually playing Halo yesterday, and it just like we were playing and we are using party chat because everybody was on Xbox, or not everybody, but a lot of people were on Xbox. So we used that instead of Discord, and oh my god, I don't know if it's just like it felt like the Xbox party chat is like trash, and like because excuse me, Izzy was actually like his mic on Discord is perfectly like it's magical, right? It looks perfectly fine, or hears perfectly fine. On the Xbox party chat, he had a fucking fan on there, dude. It was a helicopter like coming out like. I was like, oh my god.
That's funny.
Here, this is like a little fun fact. Like my Xbox account, I used my Yahoo account to make my Xbox account. So whenever I log into my Xbox, I have to sign into my Yahoo. So it's like a super, and like Microsoft was like, okay, well you can use your Yahoo, but we're gonna make that Yahoo an Xbox account. Like it like has its own email and stuff like that. And like I'm just like, what the like it's just so weird. So yeah, it's just a really old account. Like it's like archaic, like 2005. That's when I made that account. Like it's super old. So yeah,
I've had to remake my account like twice already because I forget shit.
I was like, this is my baby. I had this since I was in middle school. I'm not gonna lose this shit. Okay, so that's why it's still Yahoo. Whenever I log into Microsoft, I use my Yahoo email. It's so stupid. But yeah, speaking about other consoles, something that was recently announced is that Steam Deck is finally going to be releasing their, I guess, their console. It's going to be launching in February 28th.
I mean,
So,
Steam is gonna be releasing their console.
yeah,
right?
Steam
The
is
Steam
yeah,
Deck.
yeah, Steam Deck, yes. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
Nick. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. But yeah, so like, I know that it's sold out within like the month, right? Like it was really hyped, and yeah, now the consumers are gonna finally get their product, and let's see how it comes out. Do you think this is gonna be like competition for the big consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo?
No. No, I think it's a separate market. It's a completely separate market. Like people who are looking for a Steam Deck are like just people who want a game on the go, or maybe somebody who like travels a lot, and they don't want to set up like they just want something that like kind of like a Switch where they could just hook it in
I
maybe
was
to
gonna say.
maybe to a TV in a hotel or something like that. But and then just like play. Like I don't even know what you'd play because you're not gonna play any online games really. You're mostly gonna be probably playing single player games. Some online games, yeah, you could try on Wi-Fi, and it'll probably be okay. But yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends.
Yeah, I mean, I think
It's not for me.
the best competitor or comparison, like you said, is the Switch. I think that's like, let's be real. I mean, we always compare Xbox, PlayStation to Nintendo, but Nintendo's always doing their own shit. They're just like over there in the corner, like
They're in
We're
Japan.
making, yeah, they're just like we're making this special. You know, it's for the family. Oh, it's for the kids to take on the go. Xbox and PlayStation were like, no, bitch, I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna put more RAM on mine. No, I'm gonna put more RAM on mine. And that's pretty much what happens there. Uh, but I think people get it. I mean, people got it. I'm just wondering how well it's gonna work. Because this is their first like anything, right? I mean, they made like controllers and stuff. Steam's made that, right?
Yeah, this is gonna be their
Um,
first like big hardware like console, I guess. Other than that, they
I mean-
haven't had anything. Just the
I mean,
controllers.
or was it the Index?
Oh yeah,
The-
they have the.
Oh yeah.
the
Oh wait, you
VR
know you're right.
headset?
Yeah, the VR headset. But I think that kind of flopped. No, because it was like $600. No one bought that shit.
I don't know.
I think it's there. I think it's just known. I think that's the best one, but it's expensive compared
Yeah, it's the most
to.
expensive one.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. Most people I think that I know are buying the other one that's like 400, but
Who
that's
owns
just because it's
Oculus?
cheaper. Huh?
Who owns Oculus?
Oculus is Facebook.
Yeah,
Your
I
boy
mean,
Facebook.
I mean, like, at first when it was launched, I was like, "Dang, I can play Destiny in bed. Like, that'd be badass." But then I thought, the more I thought about it, I was like, "Nah, I probably would never do that." Like, if I really wanted to, I would just fucking hook my Xbox or PlayStation to the TV in my
That's he has an Xbox. We caught him.
No, I don't have it. I do have an Xbox still. It's an Xbox One. But it's like so old. I only still have it because because I have Rock Band on it, and it has all of my songs, and I don't know a way to transfer them. Like I can't transfer anything yet. I'm waiting for them to release like another version to just be like, oh, like transfer your stuff, and then be like, yes sir, like fucking
Yeah.
transfer everything, get it out of here.
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
So even with the news about the acquisition, like analysts are still predicting that Sony is gonna outsell Microsoft within this year. So like with that being said, like that's really impressive to me. I'm just like, wow, like people really love PlayStation, like the fanboys.
I mean, but what are they comparing at this point? You're just comparing like Xbox sales versus PlayStation sales? Is that what
yeah,
they're comparing?
the hard consoles, yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, like Microsoft's not in it for the. I mean, in my opinion, Microsoft's not in it anymore for the Xbox.
Yep.
They're like what you're comparing at this point has to be like Game Pass sales. Like, oh, I mean, I don't even know. That's a pretty hard number to even compare to.
It'd
I
be
don't
like
really
retention
know what would be
rate for the Game Pass, right?
to some extent, but even retention rate might be hard to be a comparison. But ideally something like that because Microsoft is like, hey, we got this thing called an Xbox. If you don't want to make your own PC, do that. If you're cool and you're a PC bro, we got you. We also work with that. Pay a little bit more, we got you. So they're like, it's really hard to compare. Like I feel like from now on, like as long as it keeps going this route, PlayStation's numbers are gonna be bigger all the time in sales. As long as it's comparing just that, because like I said, most people are not gonna be doing it for the console anymore. Like I'm not gonna buy an Xbox anymore. I just need to upgrade my computer. Like there's no need. All the games work on this thing. Yeah, like we said, maybe we don't like the client, but the game still works. So, but yeah, but it's also different because like what it's like Ultimate Game Pass is maybe like $17 a month now, versus what PlayStation, what's 600. So it's what's the number? Like 330, 600 divided by 20. Yeah. Yeah, 30. So you need 30 subscribers for one PlayStation. So like the numbers are harder to compare.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it'll be fine if Sony sells more. Does Sony have anything like Game Pass? Sorry, I honestly don't.
Not
No.
yet. So the rumor is in spring of this year that they're supposed to be launching something similar, codename Spartacus. But
Wait, are you for real? Is that really the?
yeah, yes, I'm being for real.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like it was like
Codename
that was
Spartacus.
yeah, codename Spartacus. But yeah, so it's rumored that that's what they're doing. And then there's also some like nuance around it because PlayStation recently added some PlayStation 3 games to their PlayStation Store, but they're not purchasable. And everybody's like, well, why would you add all these games to the store if you can't purchase them? And so people are speculating that with that service, you're going to be able to play all of these
games.
all of the backwards compatible games like PS1 and PS2 and PS3. And PS3, apparently PS3 emulation has been very like sought after, but yeah, I don't really know. I can't even I couldn't name you one single PS3 game. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I couldn't name a single one that's like Sony exclusive. I can't even think of any of them. But yeah, but that's what I've heard
Okay.
from my sources.
So I mean, this is a question. This is like a opinion for you guys. What's the next company in y'all's opinion that will be acquired by Microsoft? The next big company.
Good one. If I had to think, man, it's crazy because when you think about it, they really didn't just get like Call of Duty. They also got King, which I think makes more money. I want to say makes more money.
Yeah, the mobile market.
The mobile. I'm trying to think. I almost wanted to say Epic, but I don't think that Epic would ever sell.
Yeah.
Like I just and only because of that past relationship with like Gears and Unreal and all that. But I don't think that'll ever happen. Watch, it's gonna bite me in the ass one day.
Clip
Riot?
it.
I know, clip it. Riot, hell no, dude. Riot, they're on the come up. They ain't trying to sell.
I was thinking that too. Like, just imagine Microsoft announced like another $100 billion acquisition of Riot because like they have so many things coming up. They have a show. They have a MOBA. They have I guess like a game similar to WoW. They're making a RPG, MMORPG, a fighting game, a shooter, etc. Like they have so many IPs. You know.
I got it. I know who they'll buy.
Oh. Who?
They'll buy EA.
Oh. Wait, don't they already have EA?
No.
No, they have a partnership with EA.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think that they would either buy EA or 2K, and the reason being is because they're gonna want sports. They're gonna want sports to go in their their library. The only real sport that they got right now is car racing. So with Forza. So they're gonna want some kind of I think I could see them buying 2K before they buy EA, just because EA is trying to do their own thing. But yeah, I think one of those two is next,
yeah,
if anything.
That's actually a good bet. That's like if there were like betting odds, like that's a really good bet. Like that's probably the next you're right, yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because well technically I think they would probably get 2K first, because right now with EA, the partnership they have with EA, they get like, I mean, it takes a little bit, I think, but they get some of the games. I haven't really tried it that much.
Because we're not. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, let's flip it. Like, who would Sony acquire?
Anybody who wants to be.
No, I mean, so
that's not owned.
I mean, so I thought of a couple, because the question made me think, because I was just looking at companies and I was like, oh well, who would Sony get? Because Sony's really big in the Japanese market, so I could see like Bandai Namco going, like Sony acquiring them, or like a Capcom. Capcom would probably be the biggest one, in my opinion, because they make like Monster Hunter and Street Fighter, and then Bandai Namco, they make like Tekken, and then all of the anime fighters. I feel like they like that, to me, sounds right. I don't know who makes Nier, but whatever studio makes Nier, Sony would try to get them.
I feel like Capcom would be like acquired by Nintendo more than Sony.
Or Square Enix too.
Oh, Square Enix, that's a good one.
I feel like Sony would buy Square Enix.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, we're just spitballing, but I don't know. We could, if my predictions come true, you can pay me later, I guess. But insider trading.
You heard it here first, folks. StevieRay reporting live at the scene. You know.
They're gonna arrest me.
So only time will tell what's gonna happen for all this, but I mean, it's honestly exciting times for gamers as well, because they're getting a lot of content for free. And like the only thing that's kind of, well, not for free, they're paying for a Game Pass which has a lot of content. But yeah, like the only thing that kind of worries me now is that I feel like it's like Thanos gathering all the Infinity Stones, and like once he gathers all the big companies, then they're gonna do, like, since streaming's really big, there's gonna be a streaming pass, you know, since they own all the IPs, you know. But that's the worst case scenario, you know. All right, well, we're gonna talk about the last thing that we had for our topics is YouTube CEO has recently announced that they're gonna have in the near future they're gonna be having NFT and crypto integration in their platform, which is fucking, well, to me it's fucking huge. Like, that's insane news. And obviously people are gonna be really not happy about that news, because NFT and crypto have been getting a lot of bad rep recently. So yeah, what do you guys think about this?
What do you think that? I mean, what do you think that even means, though? Do you think that means that YouTube videos are going to become NFTs?
Yeah.
Well, see, what I was thinking is, what if NFT detection is added to the platform. So now if you put a fucking picture and now something's actually being done for it. Like copyright claims, same shit, or copyright strikes, the
Be
same shit with NFTs. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck you do with crypto, but
no,
Okay,
I
so-
oh,
think
I
it's
think
oh,
maybe you just donate crypto. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So okay, there's this website where they it's like a competitor for YouTube, but it's like really caca, and they use cryptocurrency to cheer people on. So I'm assuming similar to the biddies in I guess in Twitch, they're gonna
Mhm.
be using actual crypto to donations and stuff like that. That's what I'm assuming that the integration is, because why else? Like they don't have their own currency; they just donate money, you know?
yeah.
Well, I mean, they could do something like in the background with that, like uses the blockchain, and you use
Yeah.
crypto to support it, because that's pretty
I
much
don't
how it ends up being worked, right?
I don't see YouTube, and for the bigger picture Google, um allowing a bunch of crypto to be traded on like a YouTube or something like that. I would I would I would I would see them doing their own thing, having their own currency or having their own like
Token.
NFT or whatever, like some kind of thing exclusive
Something
to
they
them,
sell.
just because it's easier for them to maintain, right? From like if tomorrow freaking like some random crypto takes over the world, you know, like they don't have to be they won't get caught up in it, you know what I mean? Like it's easy for them to maintain whatever's on their thing, in the same way that Twitch has bits, right? Twitch has bits, they control bits, they control the economy on that. I think YouTube would want something that they could control. They can't control the dollar. So but yeah, I mean, uh, I don't know, man. Everything is NFTs now. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I just don't get
Hate
it yet. I don't get it yet. And it's like, and I mean, originally it was supposed to be about art, and now it's just about money. You know?
Hell yeah,
so
brother! American dream, baby.
So I mean, we'll see what it all shakes out. You know, I mean, like I was probably the same way about just cryptocurrency in general about like 5 years ago. So it's like or however long it's been. So maybe in 5 years time we'll look at NFTs differently. There's got to be something like a Bitcoin that comes to front that says like, okay, this is what NFTs are. You know, this is what they're all about. Maybe some kind of regulating body or something like that, or just some kind of like just front runner. You know, like, oh, we have all the NFTs. You know, like I even heard. Did you guys see Funko? Funko has like
No, don't do it.
like physical NFTs. They're like they're Funko Pops that have like little QR codes
And they-
that
yeah.
like have like redeemable like like you can redeem your Funko as an NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, like,
it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. And like the I saw also for deck of cards, like you can actually, those are also NFTs, and but they're actual physical forms of NFTs. But you could, in the metaverse or whatever the fuck, you could have in there too. It's crazy. Like this is only the beginning. I know Nick's rolling his eyes and stuff like that because future's scary.
No, I get annoyed because this is just more fucking music garbage. This is the same shit. All it's gonna do is fucking copyright garbage
Oh, yeah,
everywhere.
you're right.
And what does that fucking mean? Doesn't mean fucking developers everywhere writing more code to fucking make sure bullshit is right.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Garbage.
I mean, so how you doing? How you doing on your crypto lately, George? It's,
Yeah,
it's been-
how's it going, crypto?
how's it going? How's it going? You know that crypto
Give us
you
the
got?
soup.
You know that crypto?
So recently there has been like a really big, I guess, bear market. So bear market is basically when everything goes down, because so yeah. So basically last year was really good for crypto. Like it was, Bitcoin was an all-time high. All the mini coins, Ethereum, altcoins were doing really good. But like in every market, there's going to be a time where it consolidates or I don't pronounce this, but where it just like smoothens
Goes
out,
to
right?
equilibrium.
Yeah. So this is we're at that point where everything's like going from all-time highs to going to you know. So right now everything's like half valued to from their at like all-time high. And personally, I have not lost any money in crypto. because you only
What
lose
have
money.
you though?
You only lose money if you don't sell. But but I mean, I haven't lost any money. All the money I have in crypto right now, either I took it out a long time ago, or it's from the crypto miner I have, an ASIC miner. And yeah, like right, I've been dabbling in NFTs, and the NFT space is fucking crazy. It's like, so crypto is stock markets on steroids, and NFTs is stock markets on heroin. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's cycles in cryptocurrency for months. In NFT, there's a 1 day cycle. So like literally the whole month cycle happens in a day. Like, it's fucking insane. And like the majority of these people that are in these NFT like circles and stuff, they're young. They're like, I've interacted. It sounds weird, but there's
Damn,
people.
you're a pedophile.
Oh
You've
my,
interacted. I've interacted with young boys.
oh my
That's what
god!
That's what George was
That's all
about
I
to
thought
say.
he was gonna say. Yeah.
I was not gonna
Dun,
say that.
dun.
So like, there's people as young as like 14 years old in the crypto space. How they got the money, I don't know how to fucking know, but
George is in their DMs like, "Hey, let me buy the NFT off.
oh my god.
I'll give you some ETH. I'll give you some ETH.
You mean Ethereum?
Yeah,
ETH?
I'll give you some ETH. Yeah, you're trying to sound hip.
It just fucking blows my mind because like all these kids are so young and they already have like a really big bag. They have like a lot of money for 14 years old. Yeah.
A really big bag, huh?
Oh my. Oh my god. You guys.
Come here.
Dude, the FBI's
here.
gonna check fucking George's fucking phone. Get fucking taken to fucking jail.
FBI, open up.
I have no evidence. To get out of me.
Wipe the hard drives.
Wipe the hard drive. All right, Stevie, you're my co-conspirator.
What?
It's pretty crazy though.
Yeah.
It's crazy what's gonna happen. I think they're just gonna do some, like for crypto, I think they're just gonna build some blockchain that uses crypto in some way for the platform itself. But I don't know, that's my thought. NFTs, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. I assume they're probably gonna do some recognition of them of some sort. Maybe something else, like you said, sell their own. I think Disney, I don't know, I told you, I think my friend was saying like they're doing NFT like Marvel things, and they were also like gacha style also. So they're like NFT gacha, which is like the worst things, like two of the worst things, they just combine them together and just like holy garb. Like
yeah, like they
crazy.
like I saw videos of like people trying to get those NFTs and like they would sell out in less than a second. Like it would just like they would just keep spamming the button and then it's gone, you know, because they're limited runs and then you have millions of people trying to get them. So
Honestly, right now the NFT space is like the Wild West. There's no regulations, no nothing. People are just like trying to make money, right? That's all they care about right now in the NFT space. And like it's crazy. It's crazy because like there's every cryptocurrency has its own NFT space. So Ethereum has its own special NFTs, and then Solana, which is another altcoin, has its own NFT space, right? And then I don't know, I guess Litecoin has its own unique NFT space, right? So like each of them have their own unique space, and the one that's up front is Ethereum. Ethereum is the most renowned. If you have an Ethereum NFT that's valuable, it's worth up to millions of dollars. You know, so that is insane.
I heard Solana's gaining traction though. That like people were like Ethereum's going down, Solana's going up or some shit.
So
like that.
The reason why Solana is very popular, last year it started the year at $20 per Solana, and the all-time high was at $250. Because the NFT market space for it was so cheap, you know? So like whenever you do transactions, there's gas fees. So Ethereum gas fee would be like maybe $100, like for something minute. And over here for Solana, it's like $2, $3 max, you know? So like that's why Solana is like the superior of the NFT, right? But yeah, like I'm mainly right now I'm focusing on Solana because like that's the thing I know the most. But yeah, all the markets are crazy. But the thing I think is really interesting is that a lot of a lot of NFT, I don't want to call them developers, but a lot of NFT people, kids that are in the space that make their own NFTs, they literally copy the album from the Ethereum channel. Like let's say there's like a specific like collection from Ethereum, they copy all those pictures and then just use those pictures for their own profit, and they're called derivatives of this specific project. So like it's fucking crazy because like the only thing they do differently is it like, let's say the porch is like this, they flip it and now it's a new NFT. You know,
Yeah.
like
That's
like,
crazy.
and like that's what the kids are thinking of. Like they're like, what if we flip it? Or what if we do it upside down? Or like what if we invert the color scheme? And like they're just like literally the same NFTs being sold over and over again, but with different attributes, which is fucking insane to me.
Yeah, that it's all just really dumb. Like I still don't understand. Like, okay, when NFTs were described to me originally, they were described as trading cards. Like they're basically trading cards, and like you buy an NFT, and it's like, oh, like what if you bought a pack of cards and you got a Charizard, and you could say that Charizard is yours, and you could trade that Charizard if you wanted to, but it would have its own unique value as a singular Charizard, you know. And then that's how I was described as NFTs, and I'm pretty sure that's still how they are. However, they're people try to treat them like money making machines that are always going to go up, never going to go down, and it's just ridiculous to me. And I see some really cool I've seen some really cool projects. I actually have a friend who is starting up their own project, which is really, really cool. I've seen some of the artwork for it, and I'm like, dang, I kind of want to buy one of those. But stuff like that, like stuff that you want
put me in the whitelist, bro. I want to buy.
I'll tell you. But no, but yeah, it's like some really, really cool stuff. But some people, like, they're literally just using it as a money grab. Like,
yeah,
imagine if you opened like you went to a Target store, right? And they had all of these sets of trading cards, and then they have like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and then fucking like Kaka, like fucking just like Kaka fucking pack of cards.
But
like
that's why.
Did y'all see that?
No, I didn't see that.
A meteor hit you. I saw it.
The doctor, the toy.
Oh, I thought it was a
Oh my
chancla,
God.
eh? I thought they were throwing
That was a
chanclas at you.
too.
She threw the toy. That was great. But yeah, like I just find it crazy. Like how how's it, like where's it gonna go? You know, like I think I don't know. I don't know where things are gonna go.
So obviously,
Yeah, so like this is the part that I find weird when you're saying like they're just inverting it. To me, like how you said, how I understood it is like it's the same shit as music, because that's essentially what they want to do. They want to say like you can't just right click save as image, right? So if you're just fucking flipping it around, it's still the fucking same image. It's the same shit. I mean, and you're inverting colors, and I don't know, at that point I don't fucking know if it's the same or not. Because I can see it both ways. But that's the thing that we're missing. We're missing the people, the regulation for all this, for it to even matter, in my opinion. That's why I don't understand how like people are buying these, like that you buy them, right? I mean, you just sell them, right? So you just buy them to sell them again. But like people that actually buy them to hold, I don't understand it. I don't. Yeah.
So the ones that are like reputable, like they have like real, they actually do stuff in the metaverse, right? Like there is this, if you buy this NFT, it gives you access to their metaverse portal, and it's like a hangout spot, like they created, and you can actually go and do that. There's also NFTs for casinos. So if you own a chip, like it's an NFT picture of a chip, and like if you own it, then any money that they make from the casino, you get some assets back. So that's how like some people or some NFTs are legitimate actually work. But the ones I feel like are trying to get for the quick buck, I feel like that's obviously you're gonna be range from age, but majority of these people that think of these things are young kids. Like who the fuck would think of inverting the image a different color and then reselling that on the fucking platform? And the thing that's fucking like, it doesn't make any sense because like these marketplace, the ones that are supposed to like that sell all this stuff, they accept the projects. They understand that these aren't real projects with real like utility, and they just continue selling it because they just want to make money because like they make like 2% of
the transaction.
Transaction fees and stuff like that.
Yep.
So like I feel like right now it's like the Wild West, like if everyone's just on heroin, like it's fucking crazy. Everyone's just making money. And like the best way to explain, like if you buy a derivative, it's like playing a Mario Party game where you hold the bag as long as you can and then you let go. And you don't want to be holding the bag when it just goes down, because if you hold the bag, you're fucking dead. Like you die. Like, that's how I see it. Like you're just like, I'm holding it, and then you let go, right? Like a Mario Party game.
Hot potato.
Like, it's exactly that's how I see it. Like
That's funny.
and then the person who was holding the bag last, they get fucked, you know? Okay. I'm not bullish on NFTs. Obviously, this is not financial advice.
I am not a lawyer.
I do believe there is potential for NFTs. So I guess, yeah, I'm bullish on NFTs. Just because some of them are, like, some utilities are pretty cool. Like, there's, like, you buy this NFT, they give you, like, a free NFT drop every month. Or if you buy this another NFT, there's like a bot that automatically sells your NFTs for you, and like buys NFT if it passes a certain threshold. So like some projects actually have real utilities.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to more of those larger projects like that. Like I've heard like what is it? Gary V. I always see his on TikTok. Like his V Friends, like I think that's his NFT. But he talks about how like, oh, if you have this NFT, you're gonna be allowed to go to this restaurant and eat for free on this day. Or a stadium. If you're an NFT, if you have an NFT with us, then you'll be able to go to this private lounge at the stadium. You know, so stuff like that. That's cool. You know, I would 100% buy a Spurs NFT if I could go like to the stadium and chill and watch the game in like a private lounge or something like that, you know?
So right now, yeah, that's the next big project. If anyone's able to get a brick and mortar like location, like that's, if you sell an NFT for that location, NABjr, bro, like that shit would be worth.
My apartment is an NFT. Imagine physical locations as NFTs. Imagine.
Dude, no, just imagine you just have your fucking home, your house deed on your pen drive. It's an NFT, bro. God. If you lose that, holy shit, bro.
My house is on the blockchain.
I mean, everything's just on a database, and that's how we know who owns everything. So
yeah, imagine, bro. Like, forget it.
What happens if Russia hacks the NFTs?
A restaurant hacks an NFT?
If Russia hacks all the database records and brings down the whole network,
what happens at that point? They take all the houses away?
They take out all that.
You know how there's Little Italy? It's gonna be Little Russia. Take it.
all memes replaced by White Putin.
White Putin.
Oh man, it's just.
I know we didn't
Putin on the horse
say anything, but I wanted to see, like, y'all's thoughts about all that is going on.
About the war that's potentially gonna outbreak.
Yes, World War III.
I haven't heard enough about it, but I'm just not glued to the news on it. But yes, I have heard that it's like getting serious.
I personally don't think there will be an altercation.
Just don't look up.
Yeah, the UN's main, or like the reason why the UN was even a thing. Yeah.
The what did they say in Idiocracy? The unfuck the world or something like that.
Well, the reason why UN like was created was to like subdue Russia and China, make sure they're not up to anything like their shenanigans, you know. I personally, like I said, I don't think nothing's gonna happen because like there's too much to lose. Like I don't know, like Russia's not gonna do shit. I mean, they're gonna invade whatever, and then we're not gonna do shit. That's what's gonna happen, in my opinion.
I mean, that means something happened, bro.
I know, right?
I mean, they annexed Crimea, and no one did anything. Like back in the early 2000s, they're like, oh, don't do it again. And then Russia's like, okay, we won't put our hand in the cookie jar. And then yeah.
I don't know anything about this.
Because like,
I
okay,
don't know
so,
anything, but
so
I
I mean,
just
you,
know that Russia is right standing outside of their
USA,
borders.
USA.
so I do know that Ukraine, we've been I've been watching Hassan talks about this every day, right? So Ukraine, we sent some of our military people to train their citizens, and for the past like 10 years or whatever, like I don't know how long it's been, and apparently a lot of those people that we train are Nazi nationalists. Like we've been training white nationalists to be protecting their country. And there's a whole documentary about it on YouTube talking about how like they're not racist, they're not Nazis, they're protecting their homeland. I don't know what. And it's just like fucking fucked up. And I was like, damn, the US government made this? That's fucked up, bro. Like, so when I saw that, I'm just like, maybe Russia does have a claim. Like, because I saw the YouTube video and I also saw it from Hassan.
Are we the baddies?
Yeah, exactly. Because like United States imperialism, like I mean, we like to have our fingers everywhere. But I could talk about this like a bunch of I don't know. I guess hot takes, you know. I don't know.
Okay.
I think we should make peace, not war. You know, make love, not war.
And I'm gonna keep playing video games. All right.
I mean, since you brought the question, you should answer it too. What do you think, Nick?
Oh, I mean, I just thought like Russia's waiting for somebody to shoot something so that they can be like, "Ah, going in," and then everything's just gonna go on fire. I mean,
I don't think we're gonna intervene though. I don't think so.
You don't think so? Because that's like I feel like we always intervene in everything.
I know,
We're gonna
right?
Even if we don't know we're intervening,
Yeah,
like
no,
you just said, we're
That's
intervening.
what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like very covert ops. We're just gonna go in and be like, "Oh, this guy needs to die," ta-ta. And then Russia's gonna get pissed because we killed one of their medals, and then yeah, and that's gonna cause a war.
Ukraine did it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought it was crazy considering I have a coworker working in Ukraine. So he's fine. Because we're always like, hey, are you okay? It doesn't look that great from this side. And he's like, you're good. Don't worry. We're good here. I'm like,
Yeah, it's because whenever a country invades, they're not gonna kill the population, bro. They're just gonna be like, this is ours now. And they're gonna kill the military, not the population. Unless like it's like Hitler shit, then yeah. They're gonna go in and be like, okay, we need to get all these specific people and they're done. You know?
I mean, it depends how they fight back and stuff and where they are, but yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like if America gets invaded, like they're not gonna kill the population like right away. Like they're gonna put them in camps.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
but
like
I
that.
mean, assuming somebody invades, there's gonna be destruction, right? So
Yeah, there's gonna be
destruction causes casualties, and casualties means you don't know who's actually gonna die.
Yeah,
I guess
Or
that's
always-
what I mean.
Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah.
Like, I don't know where he lives, right? Like, what if he lives near the area where the small war? Sure, we're not gonna get. We might not get it. We might not go and do some hardcore damage, but they're gonna fight each other to some extent. I'm sure.
And there's gonna be there's gonna be cash. Okay, no, I understand. Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't followed enough. I don't. Yeah, there's too much negative news, so I don't like to like watch more negative news.
Then why did you bring it up?
I know, right?
But I brought it up because I wanted to bring it up like 3 weeks ago when I read it, and I just remembered right now.
Okay.
So this is your thought process.
Because I know you like to talk about that shit.
I do like talking about this. I mean, I can talk. I can continue talking about this, but I'm not going to because like. I mean, your thought process was like, oh, we're talking about video games? I wonder what they think about Ukraine and Russia.
Hey, It's news, okay?
Okay.
I did. Okay. I'm gonna go AFK. Okay.
Well, we're gonna end up, I feel like this is a good ending point for the AFK Hour podcast.
Forever.
Forever. Hopefully your coworker is fine, Nick, in Ukraine, wherever he's at. But yeah, with that being said, this is Safe Point signing out. See you guys at the next Safe Point.
Bye.
Yeah.